Here we go, Dylan, the Dozer Hughes, the Permatex, fast orange, Falcon tire, BMW.
Track for us. We only have 3 hours of practice, which we're only limited to 12 laps at a regular track, pretty much any time for practice. But with 3 hours, there's no way that we're going to get that many laps. We don't even take a break after this session. We just go straight into qualifying. So I only really have like maybe 1.5, 2 laps I'm happy with. So we got a little bit of work to do here in the next hour, but track is freaking sick though. Nice road course, like kind of like a road Atlanta vibe. It's nice and fast on the way in. We're doing right about 100 on the entry. Lots of throttle, big commitment, and just a real racetrack, man. Not one of these little like fishbowl tracks we've been talking about. So stoked to be here ripping, and the weather's been holding up so far. Feels good, and I'm digging Utah, man. I'm stoked. Try a little tacaroni, see what happens.
Got the little Lincoln guy fired up. Why are you cracking your motor mount, Terry?
I don't know.
Just happens.
You yeeted my car 80 feet off the ground. Boy, this is gonna take a while. WTF, mate? It's gonna take a while. It's gonna be that.
That's what a proper load sounds like, Terry. that's what a good one sounds like.
Name another fucking.
There we go.
Who else can have a weld sound like that and then look like that? Like, that's impressive.
All you're doing is watching the edges. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, now we're in business.
All right, Terry, go, go, go.
I'll tell you what, this is just, things are heating up in more ways than one. Here we go, Dylan, the Dozer Hughes, the Permatex, fast orange, Falcon tires, BMW. He's running that 2J under the hood. Watch this man expedite this. Speaking of fast orange, he is fast blue right now. Around that, oh wow, holy cow, performing surgery, get the scalpel out. Into that last outside zone, does he feel it? Okay, set it and forget it. Let's take a look at that again here. We're gonna back it up here, Ryan. I really liked what he did on that inside clip. And there it is, a 94. He jumps up to that second spot.
Wasn't getting the laps that I wanted, was kind of like staying back in the chase line, trying to get more and more and more laps. So anyway, just a little bit frustrated, to be honest with you, and came back when, as soon as I pulled off the track, my lap before my qualifying lap, I start getting a low voltage notification. So I was like, oh, the alternator's dying. I'm like, boys, get the alternator ready. Pull back in, and the belt had shredded itself, so we ended up just throwing another alternator belt on it, set the hood down. I hear Matt Field just went, so he's in first, I'm in sixth, so I like bomb all the way out there because I have to like road race this thing all the way out there, put my stuff on just in time, roll right up to the line, and get a 94 in qualifying. So I don't know where we're at now, but that was in second place at the time, so pretty solid score, new track, you know, only a couple laps on it, so I'm just hyped. I got my suit off, so I don't have to go to the not so grade A, which I'm hyped on. So yeah, dude, stoked, super stoked.
Check-ins. Anti-seize lubricant. Like, what do you use that for? Give me an application right now.
To prevent things from seizing. Good application would be threads on a spark plug.
We're posted right up. We're about to go light this thing up.
Yeah?
Got my own helmet.
Woo, look at this. No, what's your strategy? You're just gonna punt chuggins or what?
To see and be seen.
CBC.
that's
Yeah.
Doesn't Lauren look like he should be in Monaco right now? He's all like ready to be on a yacht. Like, look at him. Big yacht out.
Yeah. I know, he put his white shoes on and everything today.
Got his earring in. Anything can happen out here on the race course, so.
That's true. It's a long race.
It's a long race.
Okay, here's one for you. Let's do a would you rather. Would you rather?
Okay.
And you'd come back from both these excursions alive, so you don't have to worry about that. Would you rather go to outer space or go to like the bottom of the sea?
Outer space for sure, dude. The bottom of the ocean is just like, it's just dark and weird, and I guess space is dark and weird too. But at least you could be like, you get to look back at the old PE, the old planet Earth. It'd be sick for sure. Space all the way, 100%. Saturday after Utah. We got some pretty good laps in this morning. The track was a little bit wet this morning, so it was a little bit patchy, but it dried up after the sun came out, which is really nice. Like the temperature right now is probably like 65, so like perfect temperature for ripping race cars. Up here at elevation, the car's down on power a little bit, so we messed with the tune a little bit on the Link ECU, turned the boost up a little bit, trying to get some of that power back. But this track is so fun, man. Having a great time.
I thought the neck was all stretched out when I was sitting on the chair. Nope, it's a new neck.
Here we go. Dylan Hughes will lead. Dylan Hughes qualified second. Great qualifying for him in this fast orange Permatex BMW E46. Here we go into that first inside clip and see how he handles the Trent Beecham. Little wide swing into the first inside clip. Now to that second outside zone. Approaching the second inside. Ooh, Trent Beecham aggressive. Get to the side of Dylan Hughes. Trent Beecham qualifying 31st, but man, he's looking like he qualified first right now. Beecham has the proximity, great proximity from Beecham, flirting with the side of that BMW. Shout out to the dozer, Dylan Hughes, qualifying second on Thursday's qualifying. Trent Beecham throws in 102 out front, and Trent Beecham dials it in that first clip. Here comes Dylan Hughes, surging an attack, but Trent Beecham, I'll tell you what, this looks like a total different Beecham from what we saw in qualifying to now when it goes to head-to-head. Coming to that outside zone, you can see Trent Beecham started really strong in that outside zone. But man, Trenton's initiation, 102, that was aggressive, that was solid. And let's see, slide him left for Dylan Hughes and right for Trent Beecham. It was unanimous.
Good, Terry. I mean, we went ahead and wicked it right up and went ahead and got the old W in the 32, which is like horrendously nerve-wracking every time. Like, because if like you go out on that, like you don't even make it to the show is what it feels like. So it happens to everybody, but not to us today. So stoked to have a nice clean battle, nice clean win, and on to the 16, we got our boy Travis Reeder. So it's always a good time driving with my boy Trav because we've driven with each other for a couple years now, and it's always a good time in dual wielding E46 chassis. So freaking stoked, man. All good. Happy to be here. Utah's beautiful. The weather's perfect. Really stoked.
It is fast orange Permatex 2JZ powered BMW Royal Purple Rain-X. Here we go. Make some noise for Dylan the Dozer Hughes. Dylan the Dozer Hughes, Permatex, fast orange, Falcon tires, BMW initiates into that first inside clip. Travis Reeder, this should be a really good one. Let's make some noise for these two guys. Coming to that second outside zone. Travis Reeder gets in the door of Dylan Hughes, pushing around the Dozer himself. Travis Reeder goes, whoa, he tries, it looks like he got lost in the smoke. Dylan Hughes continues on through the course. These guys, you want to win in an honorable fashion. I don't think he's going to have, you know, the most aggressive run, but if I'm him, pedal back, put on a good show, but take into consideration you do have that advantage. But Reeder, he has nothing to lose. He's going to let it all hang out. Travis Reeder comes into that second inside clip. Dylan Hughes just barely nicks it. Now coming to that last outside zone. Here goes Reeder. Reeder gets into that last outside zone. Dylan Hughes gets the win. The Dozer advances on past Travis Reeder. Looks like Dylan Hughes, that Permatex, fast orange BMW sitting on the start line. Ken Gucci can't leave before the lights extinguish. See if we've got a clean start. Everything's saying that we do. Here we go. Oh, look at that, tip to tail. 103, 103 miles per hour on initiation. Going past that first inside clip, swinging into that first outside zone, into the second. Again, that drone gives just all the truth telling. Ken Gucci be transparent about just being comfortable on the track. Now in that last outside zone, nice job by Dylan Hughes using all the track.
Up against Ken Gucci in the 8. And laid down a pretty killer lead. I missed inside clip 1 a little bit, but the rest of the track was pretty much flawless, which I'm stoked on. And then I go to the chase and just pushed a little bit too hard. And then as soon as we initiated, I knew we were good. And I definitely had drive on him, so I was trying to like keep my car back a little bit. And on this track, I learned earlier in practice that you really have to be on throttle through the transfers, or else you're gonna end up way on the inside and like look like a total chump. So held the throttle through the transfer.
Good execution by Gucci out front, transitioning out. And then, oh, there we go, more contact.
You know, gave Ken a nice little bump, and then it kind of like yanked the wheel out of my hands. We went backwards off into the kitty litter. So really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of pissing me off, dude. I mean, I really feel like we have the car this weekend to podium, like no problem. Like honestly, like I had a couple of practice laps, and you know, like I was just like I felt so dialed, so locked in on this new track, and the car was absolutely shredding and felt so freaking good. It's just a bummer it ended up that way. So pretty gutted, but at the end of the day, still making it to the grade 8 is definitely a good thing. But you know, once you get farther along in the saying, we got to win this year. I really want some more carbon. You know, I really want to get on the podium. So. You know, I expect greatness, and anything less is unacceptable. So it just takes one mistake, you know, you get lost in the sauce one time, the sun's in your eyes and tire smoke everywhere, and you can't see anything. Like that's one thing I can't stress enough, is you can't see a damn thing. So, you know, mistakes happen, and this is a one and done sport. So, oh well, on to the next. Hopefully we just, as long as we don't fall back any further in points, we should still be in 6. So just annoyed right now, honestly, but that's all right. The boys did a great job this weekend. Car ran freaking sweet. So can't be too bummed, I guess.